Hi, I'm David.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Liz, and we're here today to talk with Noah Haidle, screenwriter for Stand Up Guys.
You did your time like a man, Val. You were stand-up all the way.
Well, you and Doc would have done the same.
Well, I would like to think so.
It's possible. Either way is possible. But you did it, Val. True.
Were you in any way writing the script with envisioning these actors as the characters?
No. I mean, I wrote this a couple years ago, and I didn't know that anyone would read it, let alone be made, and let alone with like 3 Oscar-winning film icons. There'd been a lot of false starts. There'd been a lot of people attached and then falling off. So finally, they said, we got a start date, it's in April, and this is the cast. I knew these producers pretty well, and they didn't want to give me hope that would go away.
Right.
So they called me and said, this is it, we got a start date, like, here we go.
So how did you feel when, they call you up and they say, guess what?
Yeah.
Al Pacino,
Yeah.
Alan Arkin, Christopher Walken, those are your 3 guys. Those are your stand-up guys.
People speak of shock, being in shock. It's when something occurs that's outside of their imagination or what they expect to be possible. You know, you see a car accident, you're like, whoa, is really? It just shouldn't be there. It's a fact of the world that should not be there.
Real hardball question. What were your inspirations when you were writing Stand Up Guys?
I was living in New York at the time, and I happened to find myself on the Coney Island or Brighton Beach boardwalk very early in the morning. And it was March, and it was kind of cold. And I was on a bench, and there was a man, an older guy, and he was painting a sunrise. And I just watched him. I was like, well, that's crazy. And I just imagined what he did for the rest of his day. And that person ended up being played by Christopher Walken. And so
The film starts out with him painting and it ends with him with the painting.
That's true, it does.
Right. At what point did the cast come on? And how much did they depart from the script in the shooting of Stand Up Guys?
Because it seems like there was a lot of improvisation in terms of me watching them, how they interplayed together.
Some scenes specifically, they hauled off on. But for the most part, it was pretty, I'd say mostly faithful.
You actually got to meet them, right?
Yeah, I was on set the whole time. It was really neat.
So tell us what it was like being with the 3 guys.
So at that point, I was out of any contractual obligations to have me rewrite, or I'd done a polish and stuff. And so basically I thought, oh, wow, thank you very much. Like, maybe I can come hang around once. About 2 weeks later, Tom Rosenberg and Fisher Stevens, the director, called me and just said, no, we rewrote this scene. Like, why don't you take a look at it? And if you let me say what you want to say about it. So I looked at it, I was like, oh, went like that. Typed it, sent it back, and about an hour later, Tom called and said, yours is better, let's keep going. And so from that day in January till April 9th when we started shooting, like I worked every day, I think. Wow. Sometimes I would talk to him 2-3 times a day. The
entire production process.
Yes.
What was your biggest surprise?
The producer, Tom, called me up and said, Haidle, you're never going to believe this. We gave the script to Bon Jovi. He read it and the same day wrote a song, and we're going to use it for the end credits of the song.
Just
the
like
end credits
that.
of the movie. Yeah. Here it is in your email. Just like that. So it was Saturday morning. I remember it was snowing outside, and it was before I'd had coffee. I sit down at a kitchen table and open up my email, and there's the end credit song, which is called Old Habits Die Hard, and it was Bon Jovi singing into his phone. Wow. I was like, this is going to be crazy.
I noticed a lot of quotations in the film from They Live, and I really want to know the origin. All the characters repeat over and over again, I've come here to,
kick ass
and chew bubble gum.
It's time to kick ass or chew gum. And guess what? I'm all out of gum.
If it's from something, that's the first I've heard of it. Number 2, I got it from my freshman year roommate, Andrew Sepiele. What's up, Andrew? At Princeton. And I remember very distinctly being in the dorm room. He was an engineering major. He said, I'm going to go to that exam and do 2 things. I'm going to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
This is really interesting to me because people are going to read 15 million things into your film, and you brought it from personal experience.
Hey, Val.
Yeah.
It's like the old days, isn't it?
No, it's better.
So tell us, what's next for you?
March 29th, a play of mine is going into previews at South Coast Repertoire in Orange County.
What's the name of the play?
It's called Smokefall. And then I'm attached to direct a movie I wrote. It's called The Rodeo Clown. And it's being produced by Ren Arthur, who runs a production company, Olive Productions, with Steve Buscemi and Stanley Tucci.
Very cool. Well, as is tradition here at Just Seen It, we like to end up with a cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noah.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
It's really nice. And then I'm doing a musical called Stand Up Guys and Dolls. Just kidding.
No, come on, I would love that.